Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68, coming to you with my last comic book haul for the year of 2024. And boy, has it been a year. Before we get into this final comic book haul, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to me for this year. For those of you who have participated on forums and chats and conversation on my YouTube channel, even when you probably didn't want to, didn't have time to, or may not have certain interests in certain things that I post. I hope that most of my videos have been of interest to you. I know that most of my comic book videos don't get as many likes as I like them to, but nonetheless, I'm into comic books, and I like to share the comic books that I am into with you all. Now, of course, I won't profess myself to be a comic book specialist, but I am very, very familiar with them. And again, I like to share them with you because of that. And in my hauls, I usually share the books, again, of my interest to you. They're not always up to date, but I try to keep them as up to date as possible. And that being said, we're going to start off with DC Comics. And I actually have more DC Comics in this particular final haul than I normally do. We're going to start off with this amazing drawing of Zatanna, a DC hero. This is the DC Connect part of their catalog that they bring out. This is issue number 55 of their catalog from December 2024, spanning all the way into February of next year. Excuse me, that being 2025. It says here, Zatanna is back with a brand new limited series by superstar Jamal Campbell and Tanad Semti, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And look at those hips on Zatanna. Wow. You can definitely tell that's artwork by Jamal Campbell. Definitely. All right. Okay. I don't want to sound like a perv or anything like that, because I'm not. But I do like this drawing, and I like the shape of a woman on a comic book. All right. Oh, you know what? I also want to show you too my brand new comic book coffee cup, or superhero coffee cup. This is a Miles Morales coffee cup. All right, and in the back it says Miles Morales. Really, really nice. I picked this up from GameStop, and yes, there is actually some coffee in it. Let me take a sip. Yummy. This video may be a little lengthy because I got a lot of books in here to show. Unfortunately, too, though, I was not able to get all my books bagged and boarded. I ran out of bags and boards, and I forgot to get some when I ordered these books from my local comic book shop. Next up, we have from DC Horror's Creature Commandos. This is written by David Dashmashian, if I'm pronouncing the last name correct. With artwork by Jesus Hervas and colors by Alex Guimeras, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And I have 3 books from the Creature Commandos. And if you may or may not know, this is going to be a 6-part series. The artwork inside these books is very crisp, very clean artwork, very precise with highlighted colors. In fact, I'll show you some of the pages from the book from the inside there. And we have an advertisement of Absolute Spider-Man. All right, if you can see that there, let me put a little bit more light on there. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so Creature Commandos. And of course, if some of you may or may not know, this is actually a mini-series on Max, formerly known as HBO Max. I don't know how many episodes there are going to be in the series, but so far there have been 5 episodes. It's written and directed by James Gunn, the same guy who's doing the Superman movie that will be coming out July of next year. Excellent so far. Excellent so far. And I mean, the animated series is excellent so far. I haven't read these books as of yet, but I definitely plan on doing so. And you see the artwork again from the pages here. Very cool. And then we have book number 2. Again, I'm loving these covers. Very cool. Book number 2 of Creature Commandos from the DC Horror line. And this is number 2 of 6. And here's number 3 of 6. I think this is the coolest cover so far of them all. And I'm always behind on my comic books. I am not sure if issue number 4 is out yet. I don't believe that it is. Let's get some of that glare off of there. There we go. There's a better view. Creature Commandos issue number 3. 3 of 6. Awesome. And next up, speaking of awesome, dig this beautiful, absolutely astounding foil cover. This is Absolute Wonder Woman number 1. And I hope that you can see that. Number 1, foil cover. This is from the DC All-In series, which spun out of the Absolute Power series. This is written by dynamic writer, one of my favorite comic book writers, Kelly Thompson, with artwork by Hayden Sherman and Jordi Belair. It's one of the best, if not the best, in the all-new All-In books, if that makes sense. Okay, and I love these foil covers. Very nice there. Thank you, DC, for doing this. They've been coming out with a lot of foil covers lately. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that. Love that. And again, it's a testament to something that I've said before of what you can do with printed comic books versus digital comics. All right. Then here's issue number 2 of Absolute Wonder Woman. And this book has been getting a lot of praise. The story is absolutely fantastic to read. If you have not been reading this, I absolutely recommend it for reading. So, yep, all in Absolute Wonder Woman number 2. And again, I do believe book number 3 came out last week or the week before. This right here, I am so very excited to get. All right. This is from the DC Black Label, Batman Full Moon. I actually have issues number 1 and 2. And as I just mentioned about cool comic book covers and the difference between having printed comic books versus digital, I'm stumbling over my words here. Forgive me. This is a glow-in-the-dark cover. Can you believe that? It's a glow-in-the-dark cover. Let me see if I can turn the lights off and we can see if it glows. Let's see. I think it will. Let's see. Oh, that is sweet. Yes, it does. That's awesome. So, yeah, you can see that glow effect there. Let me see if I can turn all the lights off. Yeah, hold on. Nah, that didn't work. Okay. Lights back on. Okay, so I think it has to be exposed to full sunlight for it to completely glow. But you kind of get the picture there. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't scare you all. All right, so yeah, this is book number 1. Again, and the artwork in the book is very dark, very atmospheric, in the tone of a Batman book. Very rewarding to any Batman reader. I'll show you some of the artwork inside of the book. Kind of give you full effect. Batman book 1. Got a lot of glare going on there. Okay. Dig that. And that. Yeah, so that's book 1. And here is book 2. Batman Full Moon. Just a cool concept, man. Glow-in-the-dark comic books. Look at that. Almost looks like the Michael Keaton Batman and Werewolf by Night, which is, of course, a Marvel creation, not DC, but that's what it kind of puts me in mind of. I love that. That dark, sinister cover. Very brooding. And then we have Absolute Batman issue number 2. I believe issue number 3 is out now. Yeah, so this is Absolute Batman issue number 2, subtitled The Zoo. This is part 2 of a 5-part series by Scott Snyder. It's a new, weird, dark entry into the Batman saga. It does not fall short of being interesting, uncanny storytelling or telling of the Batman story. Okay. All right. I think that's it for... Oh, no, we got one more. Yeah, so here's issue number 1 of Black Lightning. Shows how far I'm behind. I think issue number 3 is out of this book. It's also part of the DC's All In series. It's actually my first Black Lightning solo comic book, believe it or not. I have other Marvel comic books that feature Black Lightning in it, but this is the actual first solo Black Lightning book that I've ever bought. I think. Like I said, issue number 2 is out in the stores. It's a saga of Jefferson Pierce, also known as Black Lightning, who played an integral role in the main series of Absolute Power. I'm going to show you some of the artwork here from the pages. It's really, really cool. Look at that. Okay. Very nice. And again, the character is Jefferson Pierce, also known as Black Lightning. And it's written by Brandon Thomas. The interior art is by Fico Ossio, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And like I said, the interiors are fantastic. In my opinion, I like the panels of this particular book. All right, let's put a little bit more light on there. It's kind of dark. My apologies about that. You see that there. Okay. All right. Very cool. And so, yeah, that wraps it up for the DC line of comic books. Let's get our next line of comics up here. Let's see. So next up we have Stranger Comics. I haven't done a video featuring Stranger Comics in a long time, and these books were actually shipped to me directly from the creator, Sebastian Jones, from North Hollywood, California. It's hard to find his book in comic book stores, unfortunately. This is a great story series, like I said, written and created by Sebastian Jones. It's a Black-owned comic book series, and Sebastian hails from Britain. He's a Black Brit. I interact with him a lot on Instagram, or we talk in chat sometimes, and through Instagram, mainly in the comments section. We talk about his books, and he does a lot of book giveaways. He auctions off books and artwork and all kinds of cool things that he does. This particular book is titled She, and it's from the Tales of Asundra storyline, which holds similar story traits to Lord of the Rings, fantasy adventure, and it also has some horror vibes in it as well. But this particular cover, which is beautiful, the cover is an homage to Jordan Peele's Us movie, which featured actress model Lupita Nyong'o on the promo poster. Well, this is an homage to that particular movie, and he actually autographed it for me. He has several books in here that he actually autographed for me, and it has his name on top there, Sebastian A. Jones, and Thusa Mebadu, I believe, is the also one of the co-writers of this particular story. And it's actually drawn like a movie cover. And there are rumors that eventually this story will become a film, probably adopted by Netflix, I hope. If it actually becomes a TV series. Here is The Untamed, also from Sebastian Jones, from the world of Asundra, and these covers are amazing. Absolutely amazing artwork. One of the artists that mainly works with him is Jay Lee and Kanan White, I believe. And this extraordinary interior art. Let me see if I could probably show you the artwork from the pages of this book. This one, is it this one I want to show, or is it another one? No, let me go back to this book. This one. Yeah, this is artwork, the interior artwork from this book. I actually want to show you. Be careful there. You see, so you can see some of the panels here. And I believe this is cardstock too. This feels like cardstock. This particular cover. All right. See it there outside of the bag and board. But you got to see this artwork, man. Got to see it. This is Tales of Asunda, Niobe. And it gives a little biography there, you know, of what the story is about. We're not going to read through that right now. I actually want to highlight these books probably during Black History Month in February. But check out this artwork, man. Look at the colors on that. I mean, the colors truly pop. That is absolutely gorgeous artwork. Dig that. Let's put some light on there. Dig that, man. Beautiful. Great work, Sebastian. I hope you're watching this video, man. I sent you a text last night to let you know I was going to be doing this and highlighting your books in my comic book haul. So hopefully you'll peep it out and even comment. Look at that. Very, very nice. Very nice. Proud to have these books in my collection. And I'm glad I finally got most of them. I got another one coming from Seb soon. Let's get this back in here. And again, like I said, this is autographed by him. And I actually seen him autograph it, so. Alright, let's put this back here. We've already talked about this book. Next up, we have another Stranger Comics. This is Tales of Asunda, Niobe, She Tribe. Let's get that glare out of there. Alright, you see that artwork there. Very, very nice. And this is artwork that features Kanan White, Blonde, and a couple of other great artists involved in this book. And autographed again by him. There's his autograph at the bottom there. And you also have Tales of Asunda, the Disciple. Also incredible artwork there. That almost looks like Psylocke from the X-Men. Very nice. And then last but not least, this clean cover here. There's no writing or anything on it. Autographed by Sebastian again. Very beautiful there. That, I mean, it's almost like a poster or a painting. It could be. And he does those. And I'm going to show you that too in a minute. Here is The Defiant. Another book that's produced by Stranger Comics, but it's the story of an actual person who existed by the name of Robert Smalls. It's written by Rob Edwards with incredible artwork done by the team of Stranger Comics, as I mentioned, featuring such artists as Sean Damian Hill and Alex Patterson, just to name a few. It's a valiant story of a Captain Robert Smalls, a man against the backdrop of the Civil War, who executed the most daring escape from slavery, becoming a symbol of courage and resilience. This story is illustrated in comic book form, but is adapted from a novel. It's soon to become, I believe, either a film or a TV series. This is issue number 1 of 4. Issue number 2 is being shipped to me. And again, also autographed by Mr. Sebastian Jones. Thank you so much for these books, man. As I said, he's also into selling artwork from his comics. And I'm going to turn the camera to the side here so you can see what I mean. This is a creature creation from the Tales of Asunda. This is a demon of sorts from that particular book. This is just art that he sold to me. I had to have it. I know it's kind of creepy, but it's very creepy cool. I had to have it in my collection, so yeah. So that's also from the Tales of Asunda. So I just wanted to show you that really quick. All right, so let's move on to the next lot of comic books. Let's see. Gather those up really quick. What do we got here? Okay. Yep. So some more independent comics. And let's see. All right. Okay, there we go. So now we got our next batch of independent comics. This is going to be from, we have Dynamite Comics. I think we got some IDW in here. And Image Comics, The World of Spawn. So yeah. Next up we have, what is this? The Terminator. Yeah, this is from Dynamite Comics. We have issues number 1 and 2. This is by writer Declan Shalvey, very popular in the comic book world. Features an artwork by David O'Sullivan. The interior art is okay. It's some hits and misses for me. The story is decent, but the covers are absolute fire. Almost literally, as you can see here. And this is cardstock as well. Dynamite Comics. Here's issue number 3 of that series. And I think issue number 4 is out as I speak. Issue number 3. Trying to keep these books straight here. Yeah, so issue number 3 of The Terminator from Dynamite Comics there. Let's raise the camera just a tad. Let's see. There we go. All right. Then next up we get into one of my favorite monsters of all time. This is from IDW celebrating their 25th year in the biz. This is Godzilla Rivals. This is a one-shot, and all the Godzilla Rivals comic books have been one-shots. This is King Ghidorah versus Space Godzilla, written by Dave Baker, and the artist is Kevin Anthony Catalane, I believe. I'm not a fan of the interiors. Nonetheless, hey man, it's Godzilla. Can't go wrong with Godzilla, right? Okay. And I think this is the last of this series for the year too, by the way. And next up, we get into the IDW catalog. And the IDW catalog, which features a stunning, beautiful cover of the creature Mothra and the twin fairies from the Godzilla Monsterverse. This, I believe, comes out. It might be out now. It might be out now. I'll check with my local comic book shop to see if it is. Absolutely gorgeous cover there, and I'm always a fan of Mothra. Okay, now next up we get into Image Comics, the Spawnverse. All right, and this is Spawn 359 with a script and story by Rory McConville. Additional script by Todd McFarlane himself, the creator. Absolutely astonishing artwork by artist Brett Booth, and I'll show you again artwork from the pages here. Okay. You see that? A little bit more light on there. Wow, look at that. Creepy cool. Creepy cool. Dig that. And those panels are just very, very nicely laid out. Okay. I'll show you one more or two more pages. And we see Spawn over here. The Hell Spawn. Okay. So there we go. Uh-oh. Spawn issue number 359. Let's get that glare out of there again. All right. And continuing in the Spawn universe, we have, what is it? Gunslinger number 38, written by Todd McFarlane, with art by Carlo Barberi. Carlo Barberi. All right, and that's issue number 38. And of course, his books are the cheapest on the market right now. And that's $2.99 per issue. Except for in the case of Violator, which is kind of an oversized comic where you're charging $5.99 per issue. Violator number 3, with a script and story by Mark Andreo, I believe, and artwork by John Wayshak. And the artwork in here is okay, but the story is good. Story is good. Right? Continuing in the Spawn verse, we have issue number 36 of Scorched. And Scorched was written by, the story and the plot is written by John Layman, with art by Steven Segovia. The artwork is amazing. Beautiful layouts and panels in here. Let's see if I can show some of them. The colors really, really pop. Really pop, as you can see. I don't think I need to turn the light on for that. Got a little glare going on there, though. All right. See that? Very nice. Okay. And then next up, we get into Boom Studios. I think we only have one book from them, and that's House of Slaughter, written by James Tinian IV. And this is issue number 27 of House of Slaughter. This is from the storyline called Azure, Part 2. Okay, issue number 27 of that series. And of course, this spawns out of Something is Killing the Children. Okay, that universe. And that's it pretty much for the indie comic books, along with the Tales of Asundra. And last but not least, we get into Marvel Comics. I told you this is going to be a lengthy video. Stick with me, y'all. Stick with me. Okay? Again, this is my last comic book haul of the year, so stick with me, please. Stick with me. All right. Let's see. We get these lined up right. Okay. Okay. So first off, we have, as I always like to collect these, the Marvel previews, which, you know, the previews always show what's coming in the future of the comic books, Marvel, DC, IDW, etc., etc. And I always like to see what's coming in the future to know what I want to purchase, what I want to stay away from, and what I want to purchase. And this looks like this is going to be an exciting series. This is what is this? The Rise of Emperor Doom. One World Under Doom. One World Under Doom. This will be written by Ryan North with R.B. Silva. This particular cover is going to be it's done by Ben Harvey, but I'm sure they're going to have several variant covers. But yeah, so there we go. With this. And next up we have Storm, but this issue is not the one I want to highlight. We're going to highlight issue number 2. And issue number 3 of this is out, Earth's Mightiest Mutant. And this is written by, if I can pronounce the name right, is Muria Borewa Ayodele. The artist is Lucas Wernick. And it's a good read so far. I've very much enjoyed what I've read so far. Okay. Uh-oh. Had a little damage right here when I was moving the book. Sorry about that. Yeah, but this is Laura Kinney, Wolverine. This is a variant cover, and I had to get this cover. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Beautifully done, beautifully drawn. The story is by Erica Schultz, and the artist is Giada Belviso. Astonishing cover there. Now the interior artwork is okay. But I absolutely love that cover. And Laura Kinney is definitely one of my favorite X-Men. Daughter of Wolverine. Okay. All right, then next up we have Ultimate Black Panther issue number 10 by Brian Hill. Guest artist is Carlos Nieto. And the artwork in here is also fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. I believe issue number 11 is out, if I am correct. All right. Moving along in the Marvel universe, we have Blade Red Band Edition number 2. Also by Brian Hill. Okay. Appropriate audiences only, because all of the blood and violence in this particular book, so that's why it's red band, right? Explicit content. Reader discretion advised. Okay. And then next up we get into Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 11. Issue number 12 is out. It's a Christmas edition, which I don't have in this haul, unfortunately. My apologies. Let's see. Can't get that straight now. Issue number 11, Ultimate Spider-Man. This is, of course, by Jonathan Hickman. And artist David Messina. All right. Very popular series there in the Marvel world and in the world of Spider-Man. Next up, we get into another Red Band edition. This is Werewolf by Night, issue number 4. And I think I have issue number 5 too. And I'm not unbagging these. I'm going to wait till the trade paperback comes out and I'll read them all back to back. Yep, and here's issue number 5 of the Red Band edition. All right. Get that back there. And then next up we have from this mini-series, what is this? 20th Century Fox and Marvel presents Predator versus Black Panther. And this is written, of course, by Benjamin Percy, artwork by Chris Allen and Sean Damian Hill. Dig that. I have issues number 3 and issue number 4. That is an awesome cover, man. If I can get some of that glare out of there. Let me see, let me turn the light off. There we go. Get that glare out of there. That's an incredible cover. Very nice. And then a series that I've been collecting for the last year now, and I think we're about to wrap up this series. This is a reprinting of Marvel's Superheroes Secret Wars. And of course, you know this is going to be a major project in the MCU. I decided to recollect the series over again because I never did actually complete collecting all the books. This is issue number 11 in a 12-issue limited series. This is the Face of Doom. And there he is, after the Big Bang. Issue number 12. There it is. The final issue in Marvel's Superheroes Secret War. What do we have after that? Okay, yeah, a new printing, another issue number 1 under 20th Century Fox Marvel logo of Alien. They continue restarting the series. I don't know if I'm liking that. That particular cover is very, very nicely done, though. This is written by Steve Fox, as you see here, with Edgar Salazar, Peter Nguyen, and Carlos Lopez as contributing artists to this book. The artwork is okay. I haven't read the story, but it's an alien story, as you can see there. Violent and bloody. And last but not least, in the Marvel comic book line that I have, as you see before you, is Avengers versus Ultraman. And this is book numbers 1 and 2. I didn't have book number 1 in my last haul. I think I just had issue number 2, which is right here. But yeah, here's issue number 1. This is a story by Cal Higgins and Mark Gruer and Francisco Mana assisting on the artwork. You see that there. I actually brought Ultraman out there. Look at that. Ultraman, watch our hero fly. Ultraman. All right. Anyway, I had to do a disclaimer really quick. I don't own the rights to that music, to that song. All rights are owned by the artists and their respective labels. I'm just humming the song because I remember that from back in the day when I was a kid. All right, so that's it. That's all. We're ending with Marvel. Okay? Ending with Marvel. My final comic book haul for the year 2025. I hope that you've enjoyed this haul. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what books you found exciting in this haul, if any at all. If you have any suggestions for me, if anything else that you want to see in terms of in the future of me doing any comic book hauls for next year. And I always say, my God, if we have a planet. Oh, and let me also show you this here. They also sent me this from Stranger Comics, this little bookmarker here, which features the language of the world of Asunda. This is the dragons of Asunda and all the different hieroglyphs, and on the back has the gods of Asunda. So, thank you again, Sebastian, man. I appreciate everything that you do. You're one of the hardest working gentlemen in comic books, and a gentleman he is, and a good businessman. So anyway, that's it. That's all. Thank you for joining me in this comic book haul. Again, Happy New Year. Stay safe, you and your families. If you don't celebrate the New Year or any holiday, happy day off if you're working. We got an orange dawn ahead of us, y'all. That's all I'll say. Scary future ahead of us. a lot of things we're going to have to confront and deal with. But hopefully we'll still have comic books and to keep our minds occupied and to keep our souls occupied as we prepare for whatever's coming. My God. Happy New Year, y'all. Peace, love, and here grease.